What's up, Mark? I'm going to start off today's lesson. It's going to be super boring, and I'm going to teach you about notes and their meaning and their value and the names and how to apply it to the guitar. So first of all, we're going to start off with a whole note, which is just notated just like this. It has no color, has no stem, has no flags. So a whole note means it gets 4 beats. So when you have a whole note, it's just going to ring out for 4 notes, for 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then every time you add something, it cuts the value of the note in half. So say you take this, okay, you add a stem. Now that becomes a quarter note. It means it gets 2 beats. So this is a whole note, whole note, half note, okay, and that carries on a beat. It holds a beat for 2 counts. So you need one whole note to complete measure in standard 4/4. Oh, guess I put a D on there. Standard 4/4 time. Okay. You need two half notes to complete a measure in standard 4/4 time. Okay, so how that applies, you have a whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4, next measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you have a half note, you have to do 2 beats per measure, and it holds it out for 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now we get down to a quarter note. Quarter note, like I said, anytime you add something to a note, it makes the value half. So now this gets 1 beat. So you need 4 of these to complete a measure. So this would just be a basic 1, 2, 3, 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4 quarter notes to complete a measure in standard 4/4 time. Okay, so those are the basics to get out of the way. Quarter note. How does this apply to the fretboard? The fretboard is going to be the same. Let's see if I can prop this up some way. We'll see. Okay, I don't know if you can see or not. So, here's my pick. There it is. So, here's a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And now I'm going to switch it up to 2 notes for the half notes and 4 different notes for the quarter notes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when it comes to quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when I say a measure is going to look like this. And I can teach you how to read sheet music pretty immediately, honestly. It's very simple. So you've got your staff. You're going to be in the treble clef. 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay. They also call this G clef because this little X pattern here that's created out of this is going to be your G line. So this is your G line. Okay. That's terrible, but anyway, so if you have this in a measure, let's go ahead and stretch this out. You have your lines. So we're not going to do anything specific. We're just going to put the notes here. There's a measure. So a whole note will take up that whole measure. And this is what it notates as. 4, 4. Something like that. Okay, that tells you your time signature. Okay. So then you've got your half notes. And they create a measure. Okay. 1, hold it out 4 notes. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You hold it out for that long. 1, 2, 3, 4. That creates that measure. Now you get into your quarter notes. I said, remember that anytime you add something to something, it halves the value of the note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let me just get a screenshot of this. All right. That completes the first lesson.